What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. Obviously today we are going to look at charts. We're going to take a look at the CME futures gap, a gap that formed on Monday because of the rise of Bitcoin over the weekend. We're going to see why Bitcoin pulled back today, and is it normal? What could be the cause? I'll let you know. It's Mt. Gox. We're going to discuss that, and we're going to take a look at what this guy Samson Mao thinks about what we can expect from the Mt. Gox as far as selling, from the Mt. Gox situation as far as selling. And then we're going to review altcoins, see how those charts are looking for the different altcoins that I'm in quick order. And so without further ado, let's do this. All right, so we're taking a look at Bitcoin on the daily. First, let's actually look at this right here. Okay, so right here is a gap over the weekend. This is Friday. Over the weekend, obviously Bitcoin pumped up, and so there's a gap created because these futures aren't open on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, they're traditional finance, and so there's a gap right there because of that move up, and then you could see it right here. Could it be? Now, as you might or might not know, these gaps do get filled generally, not always 100%, but as you can see, for example, the last one a couple of days later, it got filled. This one's actually on a lower time frame. Okay, this one's actually on the daily time frame, as you can see. So I didn't put too much credence on this one because it was on a lower time frame, but as you can see, it did get filled and it dropped like crazy. Now, I don't know that we're gonna drop like crazy again, but there is reason to believe that we at the very least fill this, and this brings it back down to 58,770. Why? Okay, well, because generally they do get filled, although they don't necessarily have to. But we're seeing Bitcoin dropping. Okay, yesterday, yeah, I didn't know if it was gonna come up and try to get into this triangle, and it did. It just peeked its head over and it closed above. It closed in the triangle, which is good to see, but today it looks like it's giving some of those gains back, and the reason for this is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, over the Mt. Gox situation. Okay, let's take a look really quickly right here, basically. Okay, this morning in the morning hours, Mt. Gox started moving a bunch of crypto, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, I guess, over to the different exchanges. It made like around 3 or something like that. One of them was to Kraken, and Kraken says that they will work to distribute within 7 to 14 days to the creditors. Okay, so and it's not small amounts. Okay, for example, this address received 48,641 Bitcoin, 3.10 billion. Okay, in total, I think that it's something around like $8 or $9 billion worth of Bitcoin, 120,000 or 100 and something thousand Bitcoin that Mt. Gox has to distribute. So I mean, it's a good amount. It will get absorbed by the market. Okay, but this is essentially the reason why the moves from Mt. Gox to the different exchanges and the different addresses is the reason why there's fear again, and we are experiencing this drop. Although I don't think any of this has to do with actual sales yet, the actual selling of the crypto, but it's people preparing. Similar to this, okay, just fear, dropping the price down, thinking of where more or less the price will be based on when those sales start happening. So apparently the market thinks it's not yet ready for 65,000 with these sales coming in the next week or two, right? In the next week or two, probably. So it's preparing itself as far as price to try to guess and try to price it in. Okay, so that's what we're seeing right now. Let's see how low we go. Remember, that gap says that we could possibly, if it gets filled, we could possibly go as low as 58,775. Okay, so that would bring it right back down in here, basically. But just above this, so it could be that we do drop down and do like a higher low, right? Stair step, come back down, and then come back up, and maybe on the next move up, we should be back into this triangle. You know, maybe towards the end of July and into August, but we'll see. We'll see how these Mt. Gox sales affect the markets. They will have obviously some type of effect on the market, guys. Okay. All right, so that's that. But also talking on that, there's a guy, Samson Mao, who made this prediction here. Basically, he believes that only about 20% of these Mt. Gox sales will be made out of all the, what is it, 8 billion or whatever, 9 billion or whatever it is. He believes that only around 20% will be sold. Now, he's also a guy that believes that Bitcoin could hit $1 million within the next year, according to him. Within the next year, it can hit $1 million. I'm not saying that's impossible, but I think that's you gotta take what he says with a grain of salt. Is basically what I'm saying there, right? So I don't know if it's just 20% of the Bitcoin will be sold, right? A couple of $1 billion worth. But we'll see. We'll take it day by day, all right? But it could be another buying opportunity, okay? As we can see, there is a lot of demand for Bitcoin, okay? So once we get all these sales and stuff, once we get the Mt. Gox situation out of the way, there's going to be a lot more clear skies. But of course, like everything, there's always going to be another gray cloud, another government selling, another piece of FUD that comes in and dampens things. But it's not going to dampen things too much, guys. There's too much strength in Bitcoin. There's too much stuff in crypto going on. Too much positive things going on. One thing is the Donald Trump situation. He's probably going to be the next president, and that's going to help because he's pro crypto. He just picked a vice president, and that vice president has, like, I don't know, 250. Has some 250,000 Bitcoin, over 250,000 in Bitcoin or something along those lines. So he is also pro crypto, and the market's going to like that. All right, so that's going to help with the markets, and Trump more than likely is going to win. Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss with crypto. Let's start off with others, see how we're doing with this drop this morning. We are still in this triangle, which is really the triangle that I really do want to keep. I hope that we hold on to this bottom part, because from here I can see us start moving up. Okay, hopefully from this base right here, from this ascending line. This is the others, which is the market cap excluding the top 10. Okay, so essentially the lower cap altcoins. And yes, some people might say it's crap, but hey, there's a lot of money to be made. $234 billion is the market cap for the others, market cap of crypto minus the top 10. All right, so let's look at what's going on with these altcoins. Let's see how strong they're looking. They were looking strong today. Obviously, we're going to see some pullback, okay, on all of them. But Rio, man, if you got in at like a dollar, or maybe some of these wicks, which is under $1.90, you'd be happy right now that it's at $1.30. Okay, so that's why it's not the dumbest thing in the world. I think it's very brave, actually, to buy when things are low and red. That's the most ideal time, although it's probably the hardest. Land share, $2.16. It was at as low as $1.76. Credify, also another one that I think is a great project. 2 cents. Hasn't moved up. It's moved up. It hasn't dropped down too much either. Didn't move up that strongly, but this one is going to do really well. All right, this one's going to do extremely well. Is also STBU, another high conviction play, another real world asset play. Moving up 12 cents right now, guys. Trias, which did move up strongly, and now it's giving back some of those gains. I think that it's going to do well. UBXS, one that I recently sold the majority of my initial, but I'm up so much on it, I still have a very nice bag, almost free. UBXS, another real world asset play. Okay, and apparently they did explain where those sales come from. I mentioned the reason why I sold because of some FUD regarding the team selling up here at the peak, and apparently they did explain what those sales were from. So I mean that's positive. All right, what else do I like? These are pretty much my top 10. Synverse, all right, giving back some gains, although Synverse I'm expecting to break out of this descending line and come up and hit things hard. Let's see, CryoProp-S. Let's look at Tectum. Tectum is at a great buy price, guys. Okay, below this line, it's not able to get above it. $8.74. Huge, massive drop. Getting back up here is like around like a 5x. Okay, to the previous high at $45. Remember, it's at $7.82. Prop base, another real world asset play, looking like it wants to turn around. Getting back up here would bring it to around 27 cents, and it's at 8 cents right now. A gaming play. At some point, I think gaming plays are gonna start really moving up hard. Creo Engine is one that is gonna do extremely well, just like Synverse. And right now you can get it for 3 cents. It's been as high as 20 cents, guys. All right, so how much? What is that? That's a 5x2. Gaming plays are going to do extremely well. If Sinverse gets back to its highs up here, what is that? That's not a 5x, so almost a 4x, 372%. All right. So I mean, some other gaming plays like Creo, which is one that people really love, have gone down much lower than Sinverse, guys. All right. So keep that stuff in mind. All these things we got to be looking at. I know there's a whole lot of information, but hey, we got to work for our bags. Okay. We gotta always be looking and analyzing things. Be very active, even though we're not buying and selling all the time. Like I'm not. I'm more of a hodler. I'm still very active in the management of my portfolio, in that I'm looking at the data and analyzing and making sure that, should I still be in this project? Should I take out a little money out? And things of that nature. Okay, $1.22 for Nakamoto Games has been as high as $3.29. Veracity, I'm thinking Veracity's got a pump in it soon, man. Got a pump in it soon. So that's why I'm holding off. My average buy price 0.0044, and it's at 0.0037. When it gets up here to that, and I'm at break even, I might take some money off the table and put it into other things, but that depends on my needs. All right. Ori iChain, this is an AI gaming, AI play, okay, $7.50. It's been as high as $20, guys. There's so many good deals out here. GHX, Gamercoin, another one. All these stuff are things that I hold, okay? I'm never going to sit there and say, well, if I do like a project and maybe I don't have capital for it, then I will bring it to your attention. But for the most part, if I'm talking about it, it's because I'm either thinking about investing in it or more than likely already invested in it. But I always let you guys know what my moves are. Okay, Gamercoin GHX 9 cents right now. I think this one is going to do extremely well. This is a deep in play as well, AI play and gaming play, all in one. Soonverse, it's a little triangle that I see here. Maybe it drops down. 0.0049. I do have some capital. I'm so tempted, but I remember I bought a whole lot here, and so buying here, I don't know, but I'm so tempted because it's such a small market cap. It's got a lot of hype, and I think it's gonna do well. I think this thing can run really hard soon. Versus, I'm looking at it very strongly to see where my buys are made. But I'm trying to see what's going on with the whole Mt. Gox situation before I make any more buys. I didn't make any buys today, so I'm kind of waiting to see what next week brings. All right, WattsPay. People love WattsPay. People in it. Let's see if it starts moving up. We weren't able to break this 7-cent mark, but I think the next time that we do, I think we will break it and we will start moving up a lot harder. Citus, people aren't talking too much about Citus right now. It's a gaming play. WattsPay is like a payment play. Okay, Citus is a gaming play. 0.004 cents to get back up here at 1 penny. What type of return is that? 206, almost a 3x, 264%. Fab Welt, I still have a decent bag, a pretty decent bag up here. When it gets up here, I will decide what I want to do to once it gets back up here to my average buy price, which is it's below it right now. But I did sell some when it was above my average buy price. Thankfully, I did. But I still have a nice bag. We'll see what happens. Fab Welt. It might be on my chopping block. I don't know yet. I'll have to go back and review when the time comes, if the time comes. Block Square token, look at that. Big drop, man. This is a real world asset play. They do really well. I think they have, I forget how much, at least 100 million in tokens, in tokenized assets, in tokenized real estate, right? That they've done. Okay, so they've tokenized already 100 million. Block Square, not a huge conviction play for me, but I mean it's done well. To get back up here, what would it need to do? 176%. Okay, Weco, I mentioned that I bought recently, and look at this nice little move up, and it's green right now, so that's pretty cool. I like to see that. Dynex, I believe in this one, 51 cents. I missed that 49 cents right down here. Interesting. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens this week. If it comes back down into the 40s, I'll probably make my final buy. Neural, nice little pump, giving back some gains right now. This yesterday I was actually up in profits again. Neural, good project, man. Good project. HEC, also one that I see. They're always working. I like the CEO as well, and it's at 26 cents right now. My average buy is 53 cents. If it comes back up here, which I think it will, or else I wouldn't be in it. What would that be? Oh, that's a 6x right there, guys. 620% from this level. I might have to buy some HEC because I think it'll definitely get back up there. All right, Navi is one that I'm also very bullish on. It's dropping back down 18 cents. It pumps as hard as 20 cents yesterday. It was close to my average buy price, 22 cents. GLQ I'm still looking at, but man, AGC 600%, huh? I might have to jump on that. GLQ just under 6 cents, just under 7 cents. My average buy is right there, so I'm holding steady there. And let's take a quick look at this. This is one that I do want to buy, Kaiken. All right, it's actually below my average buy price right now, but I think I could catch it just a little bit lower. It's been playing with the $5 million fully diluted market cap, but see if it goes drop down a little bit. Right now, it seems maybe okay, especially if this week and next week are a little red. You know, some downward pressure closing that gap. I could see us dropping down a little bit more. And if it drops down to like 0.8 and an 80, then I will buy. If not, I'll stay put. If it goes back up with my average buy price, I'll stay put as well. All right. And I think that's it, guys, for now. I don't want to make this video too long. Let's take a look at Bitcoin really quick. Finish it up. See what happens. Let's see what happens. Do we come back and close that CME futures gap? Do we close that gap right here? Time will tell, but we got to be watching. We got to be on our toes, guys. All right. Life-changing gains. Those of us that are invested will more than likely, if you have enough in there, will make life-changing games if you pick the right ones. But we got to be watching this stuff every day. All right. It's not just set it and forget it. I know some people preach that. I don't. I say you got to be really active in what you're doing to get the best returns. Guys, we're going to leave it there. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, and all that stuff helps. Leave some love, man. Leave some comments down there. With all that said, thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.